The easiest way to win an argument with a non-vegan about veganism is just don't have the argument. Just avoid it. The way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. Got that from the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Fantastic book, probably one of the best books I've ever read. Maybe one of the best books I'll ever read. So good. So good. Worth reading multiple times. Second best way to win an argument with a non-vegan about veganism. It depends how the argument's going, depends on what they're arguing about, but ultimately what it comes down to in most arguments, it comes down to a vegan diet is deficient in something. And there's something you just can't get from a vegan diet that you can get from animal products. And this is the easiest way to win the argument, because to this day there's never been a nutrient that you need to get as a human that you can't get from plants. There's just no such nutrient. However, there are trends. There are trends that go along, and every now and then there'll be a new trend, and they'll be say, hey, you can't get this from a vegan diet, and then it fades away, and it's obvious. It's okay, you can get this from a vegan diet, and then it fades away, and it becomes obvious that you can't. And right now, one of the trends is like collagen. People are like, oh, you need collagen, you need collagen, you need collagen. Can't get that. And here's the thing. If there's a nutrient that a human needs that is not in plants, our bodies produce it. And therefore, we don't need it from food. Like, our bodies produce it. So like cholesterol is another one. People say, oh, you can't get cholesterol on a vegan diet. You gotta get it from animals. And it's like, well, guess what? Humans are animals. So we produce it. Same with collagen. People say, you need collagen. Well, guess what? We're humans. We're animals. We produce collagen. Whatever nutrient that we need that you can only get from animals, we produce it because we're animals. It's that simple. And if there was a nutrient that you could only get from animals that humans required to live and to be healthy, there would be no such thing as long-term vegans. They would not exist anywhere. We would have all deteriorated. All of the long-term vegans would have already deteriorated. But it turns out there are vegans who have been vegan for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, and they're still alive, they're still kicking, they're still thriving. Lots of them. Lots of them. But it doesn't matter if there's lots of them. There could only be one. If there was only one long-term vegan, that would be proof enough that it can be done. But there's lots. But the fact that there's not many, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that people haven't woken up yet. They're just late to the party. That'd be like saying, oh, Bitcoin doesn't work because a lot of people don't invest in Bitcoin. Or Bitcoin's a scam because my dad doesn't invest in Bitcoin. Or that's like saying Canada is not a great country because there aren't that many people there. Just the amount of people doesn't really mean anything. It just means there's nobody in Canada. There's very few people in Canada compared to America, for example. So the amount of people succeeding on a vegan diet, or the amount of vegans that have won gold medals, it's irrelevant. If one vegan can do it, if one person can do it on a vegan diet, then everyone could. They just need to eat the vegan diet, but most people aren't doing it because, again, veganism is still pretty underground. It's not quite mainstream yet. It's getting there. It's getting there. More people are becoming vegan every day, but it's not quite there yet. Not critical mass yet. So, anyways, that's it. That's one of the easiest ways to win an argument. Say, if there is a nutrient that humans need, that a human needs, that we can't get from plants, it can only be found in animals. Well, guess what? We're animals. That's it. My friend had an argument too about it. He's like, oh, but there's one thing that you can't get from plants, and you can't, and you can only get from animals, and even we can't produce it. And I was like, yeah, what's that? And he's like, the soul of the animal. The soul of the animal. Like, you want to eat the soul of a murdered animal, of a murder victim? You want to eat the soul of a murder victim? How do you think that's affecting your energy? You're literally eating the soul of a murder victim. That's not the kind of energy I want to take on. Man, I love animals too much. Like, I really love animals. And when I see them get hurt, when I see them being killed, I don't care if it's a backyard farm, I don't care if it's a factory farm, I don't even care if it's an accidental death on the road. If an animal gets hit and killed and you see it and you witness it, it's like, it was painful to watch. Putting that in your body, that's crazy to me. Crazy to me. Like, even if a vegan diet, we're going off track here, off topic a bit, but even if a vegan diet was less healthy, let's say a vegan diet, let's say the healthiest diet on the planet, just for the sake of argument, is a meat and it's a diet where you incorporate meat. Okay, a lot of plants, a lot of fruits and vegetables, whatever, but there's also meat in there. Cool. Let's say that is the healthiest diet. Sure. Even if a vegan diet was like 20% inferior, 25% inferior, and there were some side effects, there were some drawbacks, some pretty negative ones, like some pretty substantial ones, which there aren't, but let's say there were, I would still eat a vegan diet because I'm not vegan for my health. Veganism and health, they're like two separate conversations. For my health, oh man, my health is more about like my thoughts, my sleep, the amount of fresh air I get, the amount of grounding that takes place, like the kind of water I drink. My health is very holistic. You got to take a holistic approach to health. Diet is just what you eat. So, sure, diet is part of health, but it's just one part. It's just one part. So, if there were substantial drawbacks to eating a vegan diet, I would still do it. Because it's not about the vegan diet is not about health. Vegan is just about the ethics. It's about the morals. It's about, is it right to mass produce and mass kill these animals? And even if it's not on a mass level, even if it's just hunting, even if it's just going killing a freaking deer or a squirrel or something, like that's just not cool, in my opinion. Not cool. It's my opinion. That's all it is. It's my opinion. It's all it is. I don't think there's right or wrong here. Do whatever you think is right. But to me, I don't think it's right, and that's my opinion. I don't think it's cool. But at the end of my life, I'm going to lay on my deathbed, I'm sure. Many, many, many years from now, or who knows, could be tomorrow. I'll be on my deathbed and be just saying, everything is what it is. It is what it is. Live life how you want to live it. But I choose not to contribute to that kind of cruelty. So that is what I want to say in this video. Hopefully it helps. And if you think I'm wrong, cool. Post in the comments. Thanks for the view. If you think I'm right, hey, what's up? Give me a thumbs up and see you in the next video. Peace, peace, much love, adios. Bye for now.